Hey everybody, welcome! We're going to do a best of one. It's ranked time. They have brought Theros Beyond Death ranked draft back to Magic the Gathering Arena, so we're going to hop into that. I like sideboarding, I like the strategy of it, but there is a lot to be said for the pacing and variety that you get from best of one. You know, switching through opponents, just the whole experience feels faster, even if each individual game of Magic might be the same length as anything else. But yeah, I think this is something Magic is really grappling with right now, because historically it's been just classically this best of three game, and it's spent 25 years supporting that fundamental expectation about what a competitive match of this game is like, and it affects card design, it affects meta design. And then Arena comes along and offers up best of one, and the community kind of loves it. And you can make arguments that they also put best of one in people's faces, so people are just more likely to. But I think under any metric, I think people just like especially in this day and age of gaming, they like a quick game experience, and that's hard to get with Magic. You don't even know if your one game is going to be 20 to 40 minutes or something. So anyway, I think Magic is right now grappling with what they are as a best of one or best of three experience, and it's not an easy question for a game with the kind of legacy that Magic has, but the kind of need to adapt to the modern gamer as well. So I'll take care of your boxed ins when I finish my intro here, and I'm going to finish that up with, you know what, my thank you for Card Kingdom. Card Kingdom is my sponsor. They've been sponsoring me for quite a bit now, and I really appreciate that. They were also the first sponsor that Marshall and I had when we created Limited Resources back in 2009, and it really warms my heart that Card Kingdom wanted to continue sponsoring my content after my stint at Wizards ended, and I got back into the content game. And so Card Kingdom, as you know, has all the stuff you need for your physical game, and if you check it out via my affiliate link, they know you got there from here. And if you're ever going to buy something from Card Kingdom and you remember my my humble stream, you can come back here, hit the affiliate link, and register a sale on my behalf, and that would be awesome. Thank you, Card Kingdom, for all that support, though. I appreciate it. Here we go. I'm going to go to pack one, pick one. You can think it over, and then I'll move some boxes around because, you know, this is a thing I do now. Not the rare we were hoping for. And while you take a look at the other stuff, I'm going to move boxes. All right, so we've got Dragon's Lair is locked in. Okay, and we've got Going Optimal to the top right. Sorry, Holly. Look away, Mama. And Link to top middle. Where'd you go, Link? Okie doke. Now, about this here pick. Man, Gary is the correct pick, but I kind of want to take the hero and try to be aggro just for some variety. But Gary is correct. Black's like the best color, and there's no other good black here. Well, Mogis' Favor is fine, and Hierophant is fine. I mean, black is deep, so there's always seems to be plenty of fine black cards, but there's no hard removal or anything, so we could start with Gary and do a pretty good job of cutting black, probably. I mean, if you want, I think Gary is correct, but I don't mind hedging aggro if you all just want to hedge aggro a little bit today. I just feel like we'll end up regretting it, though. But I'll ask you, Gary or hero. I don't think there's any other choice, really. Fishify is all right, but there's no other card in this pack that warrants consideration. Yeah, I think we're splitting hairs, Razor. Yes, like these are both good. Good. If you like good over fine, I can say good instead of fine if you'd like. Well, chat just wants to do the right thing, and frankly, taking Gary is the right thing. Wow, what the right thing here is wide open to debate. We have Gary, so if we take Acolyte of Affliction over Renata, despite the goldness, it's effectively the same thing, because in either case we're adding green to our black pick, although of course Renata allows us to abandon Gary if relevant. But we have playable rares here. We got blown out massively by Heliod's intervention yesterday. We got 5-for-1. I mean, we couldn't really not, like, we knew they had it, and it was like, well, we're built, but we had to build out our board as though they didn't have it in hand. And yeah, what did the bots take? Looks like an uncommon. So there's a lot of uncommons you could make an argument for here over these, especially with the bots and their color preference thing. If there was a bot that downgraded white a little bit, now there's an uncommon missing, not a common. So yeah, I guess we take the rare. This has blowout potential, but I really do like this. What's going on in this uncommon slot? Yeah, it could be drag to the underworld. Could have been the bot pick. Oh, I don't have cardboard on. Sorry, I restarted my computer recently. Let me get that going. Man, Nantugo, that's the thing. This is just super swingy, right? If you can get a 2-for-1 or better off of this, of real cards, you're fist pumping and doing victory laps, but ultimately it still is narrow in terms of what it's solving. So it's very good against some decks, but it's not, but it can be underwhelming because you need setup. You need the right situation. You know, there needs to be setup before this is awesome, whereas there doesn't need to be much setup for these to be awesome. So yeah, I'm going to just take the rare. It's pretty darn good. Chimera here is good. Liar is goes in anything. Daxos is not a bad follow-up to a double white rare, but I think we just have to take Liar. Daxos is good, but we don't need to be, we don't know where we are yet, but I know that if we take this Liar, we're playing it. Yeah, I can mention the twice life, but that's certainly not why you're playing this. It just merely adds to its swinginess, that it has this second ability that you almost never use, but hey, maybe once in a blue moon, like what you need is to win a race with life gain. Yeah, okay, but it doesn't really go on the scale too much for me. Yeah, we're going to take Liar as the easy playable in anything and see what the bots are thinking. Pretty unclear here. There's a lot of decent stuff. We've got Fishify. That's maybe the best card here, which again continues to be weird to me. Like, it's just been a format, I guess, where the fact that auras and enchantments are just a thing in the format makes this good. But yeah, we do have white and black cards already, and we can take one of these omens. They both tend to wheel. You want Fishfire, Dead Omen. Eyes is good. Eyes is probably higher than the White Omen for me. And the mill card for the board, yeah, you're not wrong, Nantuko, except I think we wheel this. We're going to wheel the Sweet Oblivion. Oh, yeah, we don't have a board, though. I see where you're joking now. Yeah, I'm still in best of 1 or best of 3 mindset. I'm going to take Sentinel's Eyes, and we'll wheel one of those omens. You'll see. I think we'll just wheel an omen, and we'll be fine with that. Discordant Piper, or branching into a new color. I don't think we want Triumphant Surge over Piper. So then, is anything else better than Piper? No, not really. We take an Amulet to hedge towards splashing. But when there's a nice playable with one of our colors already, I think we should just take the Piper. Wow. Okay. Well, We know that we're supposed to be in white. That's loud and clear here. My goodness. Can we take the pack and be done? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards I would play in this deck with 9 cards left in the pack. Goodness. So I guess we take Apathy over Presence. Fenrir wants Presence over Apathy. Presence has been very good, but it is swingy. It's another swingy card. It stays on something, you know, yesterday somebody put it on a Death Toucher. That was hyper annoying. But it has the drawback of all the auras that augment something, you know, it's not replacing itself immediately when it hits the battlefield, so you can get 2 for 1. I guess I'll pull this, but I am leaning hard removal over Presence. I'll see if there's a strong feeling that Presence number 1 is better than Apathy number 1. I'll consider your cries, but I still just think straight up removal, good old reliable removal, makes more sense to me than a swingy but very powerful aura. But this is very powerful, no question about it. Yeah, the sadness of this pick is the load of stuff we're passing. We just hope the bots are already settled in and we don't put any bot into our colors here. Apathy, I would bet that Apathy is rated higher than Presence by bots, but I'm not sure. All right, Hero of the Pride makes more sense to me here over Soul Reaper or Enemy. Sentinel's Eyes on Hero is a fine little play. Blessing, also good in this style of deck. Look at this. We are in the right place, folks. What do we want here? Evangel, not unplayable, just difficult to do, just difficult to make happen, but could happen a little more than usual in this deck. Still, we just have these straight up good stuff. Probably just Envoy over, because these are cards that I find myself cutting sometimes if it's not doing the right thing. Although the Omen is tempting because we do have this hero and we're only in pack 1. We can really get a go wide thing going if we get more heroes. Settle down, Fenor. We had our reasons. All right, we'll take Envoy. I almost just snapped the Surge, but I still think we want a Lampad over a Surge. We'll take these. We'll take like one of these, but we just don't need to prioritize it at all. 0 to 1 of these is fine. And but this is a good closer. Although we're also not particularly black yet. You know, we could take Surge and really stay open to be any second color we want. But it's pretty late Lampad, right? It's just a good card. It's like, so is Starlit Mantle. Yeah, we'll take Lampad, though. All right, well, Daxos, we were considering the first time around. Happy to snap him up here. There is the Oblivion, which we'll take for Vault Progress. And there's that Triumphant Surge we can put in our deck. Rare land. This would be worth 20 gems. If we were worried about gems, you could take playable gems out of the rare slot. But for us, we're going to take Pharika's Spawn and be happy about that. But yeah, if you are if you're a free-to-play drafter with a reasonable win percentage, but you are pushing up against your resources a lot of the time, Temple is a justifiable pick for the gems, but we're going to take Spawn. And just want the Chimera here, I think. Try and wheel this Omen, but Chimera got better with Daxos, because we can go Daxos into Chimera for a turn 3. Potentially. That'd be fun. There's another Lampad. We have an Amulet, or we can start branching into possible other colors if we don't think black is quite strong enough. It's pretty good. It's got 2 very good black cards, but one of them is very good in the context of Black Devotion, which we're not really. So yeah, we probably just take the Courser, because we can move even closer to taking, you know, Daxos toughness and devotion stuff. Lampad number 2 is not bad, but I bet it's wheeling. Although I bet this is wheeling too. I mean, this tends to wheel even when white is being taken, and white is obviously wide open here. So yeah, I don't think we need. I think Nantuko is right. Like, we don't need to take this because we will wheel it. So we don't need to take the begrudging Courser. We will begrudgingly take this in 8 picks. So then probably just Lampad number 2 over branching into another color or Amulet. I think I'm going to take Amulet here, and we might wheel both of these. Yeah, one with the stars is another place you could have gone with that, but I'm going to take Amulet. Maybe we set up a splash we want to do. Oh, this is somewhat splashable, but not really what we want to splash for. Especially, you know, we're pretty heavy. Like, we want our white mana sources, so splashing is going to be a tall order. Here, we probably just want the Unicorn, Blessing, or return just one of the white or black cards. This I don't like as much as the there's the one that, you know, the opponent sacrifices a creature on upkeep, but this is a little too fiddly in terms of its setup for me. Wizard Lizard likes the Unicorn. Honestly, I've never played with or against it much. Are we aggro enough for it? It's very much an aggressive... Well, you could argue that with the flash in the set, it can be defensive, but it's trying to mostly be aggressive, right? And yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm going to go with another... Although Blessing, again, probably wheels as well. I'm going to take Blessing anyway. Sorry, Nantuko. Is this any good even? Oh yeah, this is pretty bomby. We had gone with the Boros plan. Unicorn probably wheels. Here we have a Tactics. I kind of want to take the Tactics on the spec that we get more heroes. You could also take Wayfarer or just the Revoke. We could switch, but I don't know if we want to switch into something into just wham, red. Like, I don't know if we're abandoning Piper, Vigil, and Spawn and the weaker Gary here for this. I'm gonna pull this one. We got Tactics, Pious, Revoke, Envoy, and Haktos. A lot of pickables here. I'll put them all in. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Wait. Don't vote. Damn, I missed the number. Sometimes I do that. I'm going to rerun it. My apologies. There you go. That should work. Did I misspell it? I could have. Yeah, that should be my secret tech. I just misspell the one I don't want to have people vote for. Definitely not taking an Amulet here, though. Wow. Really? 10 for Haktos? You think we're just going to switch to red right now and that's going to be fine? No. I refuse. think you're all wrong. Yeah, you can spec, but there are cards I like here. The idea that there's no cards we like here, so we can spec on Haktos is silly. There's 4 cards that we could play in this deck. Oil Can wants the gems. Yeah, but we got to vote. Like, I know we're shifting around on our philosophy regarding rare drafting and gems, but we are shifting based on what our situation is, and we should be voting together with that situation. Yeah, I'm gonna go with tactics because we have the intervention anyway for some revoke type ability. Does it really need a soapbox, Fenner? I just talk about it when I make each pick. What don't you understand? Or like what do you think needs to be said? That I'm not saying basically every time there's a rare in the pack. Piper here. Somewhat, Tactics was a spec pick of itself in and of itself. Like I could see ending up in a spot where we don't play this, but if we do end up with some white omens and a little bit more go wide, then I think we will love Tactics. So this is a bit of a hedge as well, honestly. Yeah, we can take Favor here. G-Pick wants to know how we're doing on creatures this draft. That's a fair question, because we are pretty low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that I'm happy with. Gary, I don't even know if we end up playing, depending on how much more black we add. Oh, with the Pipers and stuff, we probably end up playing him. So we are low enough on creatures and low enough on 3 drops that you can make an argument for the weak-ish Harpy here as a need filler. But Will is pretty good too. Yeah, and Favor can multi-roll. It can be, you can throw this on your Envoy and make it a 3/1 flyer, or you can be killing small stuff with it. I think I'm going to take Harpy out of deck need, even though I think it's probably the 4th best card in our color here. In the abstract, I like all 3 of these cards better than the Harpy, but I really do think we are at a place where Harpy defines what our need is a little better. And like that's where I want Temple Thief or Evangel here. Are we doing enough with auras to even consider the Evangel anyway? Like right now, and we have the Envoy, but Apathy's not going to be on our stuff. Like right now, we have Sentinel's Eyes only doing anything with the Evangel, so we probably just want the Thief. This is more out here, right? This is not really a 2-drop. It's a late thing. These we would all play at 2 though, so we're doing all right at 2. But I don't think we want a unicorn here over a playable 2. I guess I'm going to take the Temple Thief, although we could also hedge to the Evangel and see, because we may end up with enough to make this work. Right now, I wouldn't play this, but we're late pack 2, so we could end up with enough in pack 3 to justify running this, but I don't think we're there right now. I'm going to hedge, though, because we're not giving up much on the Temple Thief. If we were short 2s, I would just take the Temple Thief, but we're not even short 2s. We're pretty solid on 2s, and I'm expecting to wheel a Lampad, like maybe even next pick. I think we're probably going to have a Lampad in the next pack, so because of my expectation that we're going to be good on 2s, I'm going to go spec on this 3. No Lampad, but am I misremembering my pack? Because I don't remember a Leonin being in the pick with the Lampad. But Leonin No, it's a playable 2-drop. Actually, I'm going to take over the wings here. Spec means to speculate, which is to say this card is not good in our deck yet, but if we find the things to make it good, we'll be happy we took it over what was available to us else in the pack. Here we go. I like this Omen here. Again, trying to find our way maybe towards some hero action, although we're towards the end of pack 2 here and haven't found it, so not super encouraging, but still taking the Omen over the Berserker. Some world we play that. I doubt it, though. Wayfarer comes around. Maybe we're enchanty enough for that, but I don't know. We'll figure that out later. I mean, if you're on a budget and you're trying to maximize your gem EV, I think you can, for pack 1, pick 1, still take the rare. Mire's Grasp is awesome, but it's 1-for-1 removal, and you don't know if you're going to be black. So, hey, look. Sorry, I was looking at D, and I didn't even notice our Mythic. Is it even good? Sometimes these aren't even good. I haven't even played it again. I guess I played against it once. I don't even know what it does. As long as your devotion to black is... Yeah, sure, we know that part. Whenever another creature you control dies, you may pay 2 life if you do draw a card. So you can pay 2 to draw when stuff dies, and you can sacrifice stuff to throw -2, -1 around. Yeah, I think... It doesn't seem busted, but it seems like the pick here. I mean, what are we going to do? Take Libation or Triumphant Surge? Like, clearly not. So... taking it just for that factor alone. Yeah, exactly, Antugo. There was no cost. There was like 0 opportunity cost to take Erebos here. The only question is, does Erebos fit in the deck? Leonin probably wheels. Piper might wheel. We could just take a Bleeper or a Funeral Rites. Yeah, we don't even have a high end yet. Nothing at 6. If we do this though, well, we're just it's hard to say we're highlighting black or that we're going to prioritize black when we're also looking at Daxos and Daybreak. I mean, we might run the Amulet in this deck just to fix our 2-color deck, but we will take Bleepas here and see where we end up. Nyxborn, Flicker, or Aspect. Flicker is interesting, but it's not doing a ton for our cards. We're light on removal, but Flicker is not really removal. It's like, I mean, it's token removal and it's aura removal, but it's not removal. We do have Flicker Apathy as a possible play, but it's not, I mean, maybe we take it here. Yeah, we don't have, I'm going to take Aspect. I like Aspect here over that. Oh man, now we have a very interesting pick here with Heliod's Pilgrim. Basically a second copy of what I think is I think this is the second best common in white because it searches up the best common in white. But then Hoplite does the tactics synergy thing. I'm just sad that we didn't find any other heroes. I mean, we haven't even had a choice to take a hero over anything else since we took the first one. I'll pull this one. I got chat screaming Hoplite and Pilgrim, so let's see what y'all really think. Pilgrim. Make sure I'm spelling that right. Pilgrim and Hoplite. Yeah, currently we have just the Apathy and Sentinel's Eyes that can be searched up with the Pilgrim. Oh no, we have Aspect as well. So we have 3 things that can be searched up by Pilgrim currently, but one of them is premium removal. Yep, David, that's the clever design there, right? No, I don't think I overruled chat. I do like this, but Hoplite, we do have the tactics, and we're still early-ish in pack 3 here. Maybe we'll find another hero. And thank you for that sub, by the way. I can stick with chat on that one. Now, do we want a 3 or a 5? Probably still just want another 3 here. We can get Favor as another aura. There's another Sentinel's Eyes. Laganaban Storyteller does some stuff with getting back Dreadful Apathy when you need it. And 3-4 for 4, not the worst. Yeah, we just take the tell some stories here, right? That's good enough. I don't think we're doing enough with Mirror Shield to make it a pick here, but we can take Indomitable Will or Revoke Existence. Again, we do have Heliod's Intervention, so our need for Revoke is diminished by the availability of kind of the best version of that effect in the format already in our pile, but it is only 1, but we're best of 1. Do you want to run, you know, so... More enchantment hate or more aura synergy is the real question here. Indomitable Will with hero is important. I think Will, between having the intervention, between having picked up the Hoplite and generally feeling like we're going to try and be a bit aggro with this deck, I'm going to take the Will. I think it goes with our plan better. And Revoke is kind of reactive. And here we can pick up the... here's a place where I'm happy to pick up a Flicker. This is more where Flicker should go, I think. Surge, not great. Alter, not something we need despite our color pressure. All right, another Leonin or a Lampad. Probably just Leonin. It hits the hardest. And we have one Lampad as finisher. We already have a Lampad. You really want a second Lampad? Well, we have one. We do have 2 devotion payoffs, I suppose, but our black does want devotion. I just don't like how not aggro this is on turn 2, and I love having this on. Whereas I love the Lampad in the late game. All right, I'll take the Lampad. There's just enough going on with devotion, and the token sacking is a good point as well. If we actually, you know, but people are talking about we have black devotion. Well, the thing is, we have Hoplite and Daxos. We have Gary and Bleepus. So like, there's devotion all around. But I'll go with chat on this one. If you want devotion, we could take Marauder, but I don't think it does enough in the abstract. There's a thief. we passed a thief earlier because I thought we would be fine on 2s, and we are. We got some cuts to make there. No, not at all, Nantuko. In fact, I was going to say, see? The red-white wasn't that great. Man, I think a mental leak that it's easy to have, and Nantuko, this is a general comment, not calling you out here, but I think it's too easy for people to reach the end of a draft and based on reaching the end of a draft, decide what we should have done back at pack 2, pick 3 or whatever, right? It's like, see, you should have done that different thing, pack 2, pick 3, obviously. And it's like, yeah, hindsight's pretty awesome, isn't it? Seeing that you opened a million things in those color pairs after the fact is all well and good, but I feel like everybody is willing to jump on to comments and chat and YouTube video comments and say, hey, you clearly should have done this in pack 2, pick 3 because you would have had the bonkers whatever deck, right? Well, how come nobody ever comes and says, hey, way to not take a spec on that crazy rare and stick with your colors because it really paid off. Your colors were there and you ended up with a fantastic deck by the end of the draft because you did not waste a pick on speculating at the wrong time, right? I mean, it's like nobody ever says that to me. I only get you should have switched when after seeing all 3 packs, it seems obvious, right? Anyway. 20 on the grind. Let me make a note here. Forgot to enter my results yesterday, but I don't think we had any gem grind. That's why I said this was not about you, Nantuko. It was a comment I wanted to make in general, not suggesting that you are exemplifying all of that stuff that I was just saying. Dionysus, it depends. Dionysus says, Rye, would you still be disciplined rare picking on a new account with rarely any rares, with hardly any rares, I think you mean to say, but what does that account for, D? Is this my only account and I care about constructed and I'm trying to build towards it, or is this my 4th limited backup account, right? I mean, the answer is wildly, it depends. All right, you got 10 cuts to make. 20, 13, then D on a side account that is just for drafting, you don't rare draft at all. You're never going to 4X, so don't worry about it. That's one of the benefits of your secondary accounts where you're not playing constructed, that you're just creating for the purposes of extra limited, is that when you do play that extra limited on those accounts, you don't need to consider rare drafting or gem drafting at all. Yeah, lean white or lean black, right? Or split the difference and agonize. Let's see. Playing that. Not playing a Temple Thief here. Sorry, I forgot my numbers again. 19, 12. Right. Rare drafting is a collection building mechanism and a gem building mechanism for those who are going to 4X their accounts. Yeah, let's get rid of this Evangel that didn't come to fruition. Maybe we even cut the Envoy. Like, is the Envoy doing much for us in this world? It's got Aspect, probably cutting a Surge. Apathy, Will. So I think we don't have room for Flicker. No, I wasn't. This wasn't considering cuts. This was saying what does Envoy reduce in cost? That's why I was piling these up. I was trying to figure out what Envoy actually discounted for us, and the answer is not much. Right, War Furnace. That's what I mean about Flicker. Like it's fine. It does stuff. It just ends up. You just end up tight on playables. I'm gonna go done and back in just to reset. 1710 current numbers. What if we don't lean heavy white or heavy black and instead we're just greedy? What's wrong with being greedy? I mean, I guess we could put in East and Lizard want to cut a Piper and a Harpy. Yeah, we could do Piper, Harpy, and bring in the Marauder. Flicker does some stuff. Yes, we like flickering Hoplite. We like flickering Gary. Could even flicker the Aspect. Right? Wait, is it creature or wait? Maybe I'm lying. Let me read my cards. Creature or enchantment, so we can absolutely flicker the Aspect. And of course, we have the flicker apathy trick, so I should have remembered that. So there is a lot going on with the flicker. It's just hard to figure out what you're cutting. How is it like Hydra's growth? I don't understand. I mean, I can see you not liking the card, Fenrir. I just don't understand the Hydra's growth comparison. But I guess I disagree. I mean, the reason Hydra's growth is a super swingy aura is that it doesn't actually do anything when it lands except make one creature 1/1/1 bigger. And then you have multiple turns to answer it, and then if you do, it's a blowout. Whereas Aspect lands and gets its value. It's only swingy if it happens to hit after Oppo's hand is empty, or as David said, like you happen to hit escape creatures or something. So, how many cuts left? Sorry, let me get into deck building. That will help you see how many cuts are left. But if they have lands to discard, I mean, then I guess it's maybe win more. Like, no, I haven't seen. Where's Hat is a new legit question. Just because we haven't seen Hat around the stream much these days. Where's Hat? Okay, sorry. Let's get this fixed up. Let's get this finished. Where are we at? We're at 1610. We cut one blessing. Yeah, the Wayfarer maybe not doing quite as much as we'd like here. Cut a blessing. Storyteller is meh, but it's got a solid floor, and getting back apathy is good enough that I think I want to keep it. We're also, I don't want to go too much lower on creatures. So we're close here. We're close. Let's find one more cut. It could be creature or spell. I still want the tactics because we're playing the Hoplite and we have the hero and we have the Omen. Like, we're going wide enough that I'm not cutting the tactics. Maybe I'm being stubborn, but I do think we have the support for it. It's not like I said when I took this, I could see a world where we didn't play it, but we actually did find the things that I was hoping to find to justify playing it. Yeah, Marauder was a late add. We could just cut the Marauder. I mean, it helps with the devotion, but these don't actually, these don't need huge devotion to be actually good. All right, I'm cutting the Marauder back out. I like that. I like this. Okay, so we're gonna call this tactical decisions, and then yeah, we can call it Haxors. I had to cut something. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. We have let's see. We had somebody wanted the Nyx lands. I remember that. Mama, what did you have today? Whatever it is, tell me what you want. Rat sleeves. This has been the favorite of late, but not always. Tron likes the Mirage lands. All right, we're good. All right, thanks for hanging out today. Appreciate you all being here. Back to some ranked Magic. Despite all of our 2s, we are not showing any here, but we'll keep this. Maybe we'll find one. We have 2 draws to find a 2-drop. I would bet so, Krauser. Krauser wondering if they're going to put unsanctioned lands on Arena. Seems easy and like free money for WotC. Whoa, Oppo going 1-2 here. Us with nothing to show for it yet. Probably just gonna Harpy next turn, but Harpy does not block Spinner, so that's not great. Might have to Apathy the Spinner. I like Razor's style. I bet Razor and I played. Well, there you go. I guess we are going to Apathy that thing. Anyway, I guess Razor and I both played RPGs the same way. Don't use that potion. We might need it. We might. You never know. I wouldn't use that because we might need it later. Right? Then I proceed to beat the game with having never drunk a single potion the entire time. $1 million? That seems dangerous. Right? I mean, Razor has how much? Razor's almost a quarter of the way to wait, now what? Oh, they tried. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, Oppo, I've done that. I tried that too, Oppo. I just did it earlier in the format. So what Oppo tried to do here is one with the stars, our apathy, because I thought it might take the... I did this too. I thought maybe it would remove the aura subtype and the apathy would fall off, but it didn't. Yeah, we can exile, right? It kind of wins. Like the only way we lose this game at this point is if we let this thing free itself somehow. But we can do that in response. Although they have, yeah, I'm just gonna do it now. I'm not gonna mess around. Also a great point. By doing it then, we can storyteller right now if we want and get it back. There's some value in that. We could also just spawn. We want to get this back next turn. If we get this back next turn we can land Liar Apathy or even Harpy Apathy. So it does slide in nicely to our next turn, so I'll go ahead and do it. And since it does it, I mean, playing the apathy creates an attack for the storyteller first of all, so we're going to do that and then attack and then figure out whether we go Harpy or Liar. Probably just Harpy, but maybe it changes based on something they do in response to this attack. Nope, we'll just add to the pressure then. Well, we were in pretty good shape when we 2-for-1'd them with the Hydra's growth and the creature under the apathy, and then they turned it into a 3-for-1 after the fact. Although, there they just recovered their... wow, we get to follow with Aspect. That's almost cruel. But we're doing it. And I'll put it on the ground dude. Maybe there was an argument for going after the thing that was going to draw him cards, but... Because it would... But we would have to, like... Then we would have to sacrifice it. Yeah, I kind of like our line. Witness is good, but we can actually Liar and tap it right now. Blessing gives us an alternative play, although it doesn't save the Harpy from dying, although Blessing plus Will would. But I think we'll just go with the... I'm going to go with the Liar play. Play Liar, tap Witness, and keep swinging. Hexproof? I'd be fine with that. At least we'd know about it. No hexproof aura, but also they did clearly have a pause there, so I wonder what it could be on 2 mana here. Yeah, it seemed like Mantle, but then maybe they just decided to save it? Well, I'm gonna attack and see. Yeah, it could be Bounce, but in which case the attack still is the correct play. I can't think of a 2 mana instant that makes attacking not correct is the bottom line. Yeah, it could be Adrian. Could actually be Mantle, but just decided not to use it on that. Mainly what I'm looking for as I search out what it might be is a reason not to attack. And even though we couldn't suss out exactly what was going on there, couldn't come up with anything that said don't attack over it. Threnody, good call. That Threnody Singer is something I need to be thinking about when I'm asking those questions. It may still have been correct to attack there, but that's a great call, Mabinap. That's exactly the kind of card I'm trying to remember when I'm going through those thoughts. Yeah, Eagle 2 came up with it. So Mabinap and Eagle coming up with the Threnody call, which is a great one. Exactly the type of card I was trying to come up with when thinking through that. But we got our win. Good start. Let's keep it going. Our hand is swamped, but not in a way that's the worst for us here. We at least have Lampad into Harpy for sure. This is not doing much for a while, but I think we just keep this with the early action. We also have first draw, so we're likely to fill our hand out with some stuff. Wizard's Lizard wants to mull this one. I have a tough time mulling a hand that has a clear 2-3 sequence and another card in hand that's totally playable. Granted, double Lampad is not exactly where we want to be with our action, but I guess the fundamental question is, do I think a random 6 would be better? And clearly my answer was no. I didn't think a random 6 would be better. Uh-oh, it's blue-white. Look out. So we can send in Lampad, and again, what could they have to punish us? With 3 toughness, not really much. There's flash stuff, but nothing that adds 3 power to the board here. So I'm gonna send in just because it's a free attack. Maybe for whatever reason they decide not to block. But I mean, you don't put turtles in your deck to then not block with them, but still. Looks like maybe they were thinking about a counter and chose not to. I don't know what they were thinking about doing. Maybe they just didn't think the Harpy was worth it because they're blue-white. Maybe they have a 2-3 Pegasus right now and is like, don't need to counter that Harpy. We're going to play a Pegasus next turn or whatever. Yeah, we're waiting for the Trawler, right? That's anytime you see blue-white, you're just dreading the Trawler. That I wonder what percentage of blue-white decks in Theros Beyond Death Arena Draft have a Trawler in them. I mean, it's not like absurdly high, but it's probably more than most rares. All right, good timing for a Plains because we were running out of things to do. I wonder what Oppo is up to here. We could offer the Sentinel's Eyes, and if they counter it, it gets exiled. So, but then we trade our 1 mana and Sentinel's Eyes for their, deny or whatever, and then we can drop the Vigil. Yeah, they might want to trade Harpy. That'd be fine with me. I'm going to try Sentinel's Eyes, though, on the Harpy first. We could also put the Sentinel's Eyes in the Lampad, but they can't get through the Turtle. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Sentinel's Eyes, even though that also still makes a trade with the Gull. I think there is a possibility this is counter magic, so I want to see if they do that or not. All right, they didn't. Send it in the Harpy, and we'll find out. Could be Gull. If so, we'll just take the trade. No. All right, then I'm going to go Lampad number 2. And they can counter this if they want / can. Maybe they've got a Mantle of the Stars. That's the kind of thing that causes these pauses that Oppo doesn't necessarily want to do, that is a very commonly played and good card. Could be. Yeah, this is where we're playing interesting Magic and then they drop a 6th land and the game ends. Could be. There's this feeling, there's this trawler feeling we start to get around here. Getting that trawler feeling. All right, one more Plains, then we get Daxos into Reverent Hoplite. Oppo continuing to show all sorts of mana, then not doing anything with it. I'm going to continue to attack. I don't know. We got... At least we can sack stuff. I mean, this is so funny. Oppo's done nothing but play a turtle. It just feels like it has to be a trawler. This is the Magic God sense of humor, is to show us a trawler right now. All right, let's see it. I kind of want it. I want it. Bring it. Do it. Yeah. Yeah. Show us. Show us your trawler. Nope. All right. That's going to send the eyes to the yard. Plains. Nice. Okay. With Plains, we're going to drop Daxos while shields are down. Only 2 mana. They can't play the 3 mana counterspell. Oh, I know. I just missed the sack. Sorry. Can we still do it? Yeah, sorry. I should have done that. Do we have the... especially since we took out the flicker. If we had flicker, you could make an argument for leaving it out to try and flicker it, but no, I should have sacked it. Oh, looks like we've got... I missed that yesterday, too. I got to tighten that up. Missing Lampad sacks. That's true. We do have Heliod's whatever, so we can Heliod's this away and get our Harpy back. I still don't think that's a reason to not have sacrificed, but maybe we'll find our rare and feel less badly about it. Right, Kerjack? Let's call it, yeah, Platinum Plays. There you go. Maybe it's not Trawler. Maybe we're going to get the Seaguard bested. Yeah, it does help Devotion. We do have the Bleepus. Again, though, the real mistake is not even having asked myself those questions, right? Sometimes you accidentally do the right thing, having not actually thought about it, but ideally you want to be thinking about it and then do the right thing. I think I'm willing to Apathy the Seaguard because we can go Apathy Piper. Then with a land next turn we have the Bleepus possibility, and without a land we have the Hoplite with maximum Devotion. Not really, Oil Can. I mean, it's a good way to get better, but I kind of feel like I get the benefit of that because everybody here is yelling at me about what I'm doing wrong anyway. So one of the best reasons to watch your historical games is that it helps you find stuff that you didn't see the first time. It helps you see the punts you didn't notice the first time through. But you all are pretty good at helping me helping me figure out my fate. Interesting. Okay, so they're gonna get their Seaguard back, but it doesn't actually kill any. Like, this is okay. I mean, they're trading Flicker for Apathy, which is not, which is fine. But like, this isn't a 2-for-1 at least. Oh no, it is. Sorry, because of our loss of Apathy. Well, I'll at least remember this time to sack Daxos. Forgot that we lost our devotion with the loss of Apathy. So good play from Oppo. Looks like with a land draw, we can bleep the crap out of the Chimera, though. And yeah, let's do that. We could get rid of the Seaguard if we thought that was more important. Certainly the Seaguard is annoying at a 2/5. And we do have enough devotion to take care of 5 toughness here, assuming they don't have a blessing. I'm gonna go with the Chimera, though. If they do have a blessing, the Bleepus still gets the Chimera. There was a pause there, right? And they don't have a... Yeah, maybe they do have blessing. Well, there's not reason to attack. We're tapped out, and they have 2 clean blocks, so... I don't know if there is another single white instant. Question is, was it really a pause, I guess? It felt like a pause. Intervention is neat. We are going to get paid off for not thinking about sacrificing the Harpy. I feel like I should have sacrificed it to one of these Lampads when it got hit with the 1. But now at least we're going to be able to destroy that. We can hit these, and now we can actually try and get them to Blessing, and then we can Intervention in response. We can also Sentinel's Eyes... like the Bleepus, make it a 4/3. We could also, let's see, if we put this on here we get a 2/4, a 3/2. No, I guess we want to put it on the Bleepus because then they may be tempted to block the Bleepus and go for the pump play. So let's go here. And then this should be a very tempting block for Oppo. If they have that blessing, if our read on that blessing is correct, they're going to go for a block here, and then we get a 3-ish for 1. Getting the Omen doesn't really mean much, but hopefully they block, go for a pump spell, go for the blessing, we have them red on, and then we can respond. Yeah, they just sack the Omen, but I mean, the point is it's a target, that's all. All hail reading pauses. Uh-oh. Oh, they're just sacking. Okay. Sacking we can handle. I just didn't want to get countered here. or we get re-blown out. Oh, yeah? Suck it, G-Pick. All right. They're at 9. Got a swamp. Piper. Certainly have a lot to sacrifice here. The blocks on the ground are not good for Oppo. Don't know what this is, but we have pretty straightforward attacks here. Anti-spam. How can there be anti-spam from the broadcaster? I am not going to play this out because one of the ways we could be sad here is if they come up with the rare sweeper. So, and they're at 6. So I'm going to keep up 5 mana so that if they happen to have the rare sweeper, we can just sack everything and win. And if they don't have it, we should win. We should win anyway, right? I have lethal right now. How do I have lethal? I don't want to miss lethal, but I don't see how I have it. We have 5 mana. 5 things. Yeah. We have, like, yes. I see what I think I see what you're seeing. We sack Piper and we get a goat out of it. So we have 6 creatures here. We just don't have the mana. All right. A fine start to our draft with a 2-0. I did want to wait. There was, I feel like there's one thing I wanted to consider. Well, there's the flicker. I mean, any thoughts? Any concerns? Fenrir wants flicker over aspect, although aspect is one of the reasons to play flicker. I've liked the will for the interaction with the hero, but the flicker could do the same thing if we really wanted to. We could flicker hero and trigger it. Yeah, I'm going to run it back one more time, and then maybe we'll try some of those changes that some people would like to see. I don't think we need Erebos, but I think with all of our token generation, I mean all of it, there's like a couple of token generators. The tokens are really nice to sack for cards. I may be like, it's like Erebos is like this weird C-, you know? It's not, we don't need Erebos, but it's certainly playable. And it's just kind of swingy in its nature. All right, we can keep this. Yeah, I'm just kind of throwing out grades, Fenor. My point is, it's like, it's not, I'm not suggesting that because it's a mythic, it's an A is my main thing. Like, that it has pluses and minuses. It does some stuff, but it needs the right spot to be good. It's not good in all circumstances. And I think that's why I would say it's maybe not a B plus, Fenor, is that for me to get to like B plus range by LR rating standards, I really want it to be basically good in all spots. It shouldn't need much setup to be good. And I still think Erebos needs the right spot to be good. As it is, what are we playing here? If we play a hero, we could offer it for the Oracle. If we play Lampad, we can't really block because then they just threaten to pump and kill. So yeah, I guess we play hero because at least we can threaten to block. We don't need to trade it, but it's also the more damage anyway, so trade or no trade, it was still the play over the Lampad. And we have the tactics right. So we'll try and play this out, go wide, but let's not, you know, Oppo is clearly aggro as well. So if we're just not aggro because Oppo is even more aggro than we are, we should respect that. Here we can at least play the Lampad and threaten that rider. Next turn we'll drop a spawn, try to trade that off, get it back with its escape clause. But they're aggro enough that we may have to call the bluff. I hate doing it with no cards up, though. I guess I'm going to take it one more turn. And I'll call bluffs with the Pharika spawn, because then if they have the thing and they actually win combat, we're not too sad to have Pharika spawn hit the yard in exchange for a trick or a removal spell. So we're going to take it here. And that's actually good to see. Oppo spending mana on a pump. I mean, we're under a lot of pressure. It probably means that maybe they're not going to play a land. Yeah, it looks like they're stuck on land. Sentinel's Eyes is interesting. But I still don't think it's better than just the spawn play, given their lack of mana. So I'm going to play spawn, and I'm going to risk attacking. I mean, they could do something like Portent, steal our spawn, and hit for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But even that's not, like, devastating. I'm going to risk it. They're clearly short land and currently trying to make it work on 3 mana and a couple of spells. So let's make them find that 4th land to unlock their capabilities here. Sending in the Stampede Rider does suggest that they in fact have a trick. Or, okay, this is interesting. What is this about? Okay, what could they have that would cause them to send Rider but not Oracle? If it was +3, +2, they would send both. If it was Aspect of Red, they would send both. What would cause them to send one but not the other? It's that point of toughness that seems to matter to them. So what could they have that would cause them to... Oh, Omen. Omen is interesting. But Omen is still a 2 for 1 if they send the Oracle too. Maybe they just don't want to trade the Oracle. Well, I'm not sure what's up, but I'm going to go with what I said last turn, which is that I'm willing to put Spawn in front of the Unknown here. Yeah, that's just weird to me, because they could have sent this, and this would have survived too, right? Yeah, I don't know why that they did have the Infuriate, but I'm surprised they didn't send the Oracle. Maybe they just want to be back on D. Maybe our attack made them want to be defensive. Well, we're going to go no value storyteller for the extra 3/4, and then throw this Sentinel's Eyes somewhere. If we throw the Sentinel's Eyes on the lamp pad, they can't pump, and yeah, we can actually attack with the lamp pad. So yeah, then maybe they're just for blocking. In their shoes, I would not be worried about blocking, though. I'd be trying to win the race. So yeah, we can play Sentinel's Eyes on the hero for the pump, and they do have the block. I guess if they want the hero block, we can give it to them. Those of you wanting Sentinel's Eyes on hero are wanting to offer the hero for the Oracle, which I'm not sure we want to do is the thing. And if we put it on Lampad, we get the Lampad attack, and we don't offer any trades there. I'm going to let this go to time and figure this one out, because you're making some points. Yeah, we do have tactics that we could use if we want. And if we save it for the storyteller, we're trying to make a 4/5 that we like how it attacks, I guess. I'm gonna play the storyteller. But with Oppo stuck on 3, I think we should be aggressive. I was getting roped with 0 hourglasses, so I had to do something, and I kind of played the storyteller to not time out here, but we still need to think if we're going to play Sentinel's Eyes on one of these, or just save it for the storyteller. The thing is, the storyteller attacks into this board, and it attacks into it well backed up by tactics, so I'm going to keep everything. I'm going to put it on the Lampad. We get a nice clean attack. If they have the Red Omen and they want to use it to take out the Lampad here, that's fine with me, because they still need to double it up. They need to go Omen, Oracle, and then we're trading our 1 Lampad for their thing, and that's fine. And now next turn we have tactics ready, and on this board that's pretty good here. We can tactics the hero, and we end up having a 5-powered hero and 5-powered storyteller and 4-powered Lampad. That's pretty good, getting 14 power attacking next turn. And deceptively, like, they made 14 power attacking after declare blockers, and we do some tricky tricks. Is it lethal? What am I missing? How is it? Oh, because then we sack Lampad, yeah. All right, they found a 4th land and a 2nd color. Let's see what they can do with this. Giant, nice. But almost regardless, given that we're going to be attacking, we have the capability to have 5 power, 5 power, and 4 power. We're going to send in with everything. Their best block would be to put... Oh, man, and we get the Indomitable Will. Now we're just... I think this is a knockout couple of plays here. We have 2 things to target hero with this turn, and still have Lampad sacks. Yeah. This is going to be tough for Oppo on this turn. Okay, they're just going to give us the game. What do I do there? They may have made the right choice by not blocking, like figuring that their only chance here is to hope we don't have anything and to crack back for the win. Also depends on what they had, of course. But I understand the no block there. It might have seemed crazy, but they could have been in the mode of, well, can't beat it. So I'm not going to play around it type mode. All right, started out 3-0. I'm going to take a quick bio break, and then we're going to keep it going. Stay tuned. Be right back. Hang tight. All righty, I am back. Thank you for waiting. Let's jump right back in. Looks solid. We'll keep it. Where is it? There it is.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance!
Hesitant to run out Daxos into red mana since they gives the red omen a good turn 2 target. However, we're not going to get Daxos up to 3 toughness until turn 4 at the earliest, and that means we'd be running them out next turn anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and play the one with the higher power over our 1 power 2-drop. Can't attack Daxos into the Oracle unless we play something with a white pip, and I don't want to apathy the Oracle here, so they're gonna successfully prevent an attack here, and we'll just do it this way for now. I put daily caps on all that stuff, Haj, so that I don't spend all day moving boxes around. East wanted the apathy because we do have the Lagana play. That's fair. That's fair. That could have been a reason to do that next turn. Maybe they'll give us something better to apathy here, though. I just didn't quite feel like apathy on Oracle was worth it. But if we're getting it back, you could argue that it is. There we go. That's an apathy target that we don't even want to activate on. We want to keep that... have an apathetic reflection for Oppo. Okay, I like that now. We'll do this here. Although, yeah, that's the thing. We're going to do this, but we don't even necessarily want to kill it because all it does is unlock Enraptured. I still think we do it, though. Gives us an attack this turn. And ultimately answers a very good combo of cards. Why do we want to send Lampad? I don't want to block Oracle with Lampad, so I decided to send it. What was your thinking, East? Thassa? Well. But we're just saying, you're just chumping at that point. Yeah, it's pumps. East doesn't read cards either. Or you're saying, oh no, for that? Yeah. Too bad this is an enchantment. We really need to kill that thing. Haj is already done with this. Can't beat Thassa, Haj says. It's gonna be tough, but I haven't given up yet. We're just mostly dead.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Nah, Thassa is unfortunately indestructible. We can attempt to destroy it. It won't work. Do we have an answer? Well, I'm gonna do this. Just trying to be a little aggro somehow. I don't think it's going to be enough. This lizard, this is why we wanted Revoke, because we sometimes face mythic gods in Best of One. Come on, that's not a great... I mean... We really need that common in case we face a god is not... I don't agree that that's a strong need. Yeah, we have to do what Tron says here. So our only hope here is to... Come on, Lizard. I mean, I don't enjoy the loss, but I'm just saying this doesn't mean... I just don't like seeing Thassa and saying, therefore we made a mistake somewhere back in the draft. Come on. Yeah, we have a plan. We have a plan. Let's see if we can make Miracle Max look really good today. All good, Lizard. Now let's try and win this thing. It's a good plan. At times like this, when you're up against a Thassa, to even have a plan, to even be able to say, okay, here's how we can manage this situation is a big plus. No, we don't have time normal to try to wait until Thassa is active and then do that trick. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3 devotion and Thassa needs 5. I think that's... I mean, maybe they play something next turn, but we just don't count on that. And in the meantime, we can't really just deal with facing a new 3-2 every single turn. So we just have to try to stop this chain now. Although if you could show me the future and show me that next turn literally they do play a blue pipped creature, then I think you have a point and we should probably do that. But without knowing the certainty, I don't think we can take any more time of this Arlios. And there's a good chance this doesn't even work anyway. If Oppo has a counterspell, you know, they've drawn a lot of cards and done some looting here. So I feel like chances of this resolves is like medium chance this resolves. All right, we got there. And I don't know what they might do or how, but again, I'm not going to mess around. I'm just going to freaking exile this thing. Although maybe that was a mistake. Like I'm trying to avoid mistakes with a heuristic that could have cost me, because obviously if they have a bounce spell there, they can do it in response. So I think we had to try, because they just saved that bounce from whenever we activated anyway. So I guess it didn't really matter, but I didn't really think about it. I always like to try and think about it. We're going to say no attacks, though. Yeah, but them bouncing Instructor to dig is far worse for us than them making a free 3/2 every single turn, right? Good point, Chunk. Maybe they can't even bounce their own thing in this format. I just always assume there's something like that, but I couldn't name what it is, so maybe I was safer than I thought. And we'll go with Harpy. Hopefully they play some more enchantments besides the Chimera so we can get additional value. Yeah, we definitely had to do it before their end step. The question is whether to wait in the meantime, but there was no reason to wait. Yeah, we're looking at their 21 to our 27, so we're far ahead on library, but it's also a long road before we're winning via decking, so... Oh yeah, that's why you can't really win via against Thassa. You're not going to win via decking against Thassa. Like we need to come up with some other way to win. I'm hoping they're going for a bit of a race. We could just offer Daxos. Daxos could get big enough to start blocking these though, and we're at 22. So I'm going to take all of this and we're going to try and find a little more devotion, and then Daxos can blank these reflections. That was a hard hit, though. Well, they're not showing us new targets. You could make an argument for just intervening right now. Are we in a spot where gaining life is going to be good for us somehow? Because we are on some level trying to race, so maybe we could play life gain, sack them out with Lampad. Yeah, I think. Bottom line though is we wait. I'm not going to use the intervention right now. And I don't think they blocked the Harpy. Let's see what they tap here. They probably tap, if anything, they tapped the Harpy. Nope. I'm not going to offer the Storyteller because they have a pump block. Aha. Well, we're going to lose our Harpy here. We don't really have... I guess if they block only with the Chimera, we'll save it. But if they block with the Singer, we just have to let it go. They blocked with the Singer, so there's no need to intervene here. Yeah, we'll sack the Lampad and play Spawn this turn. try. All right, that resolved. Serious glare going on today. Got 3 in the yard, which is how many you need. So if this dies, we can escape. I don't know what sack spawn escape actually does for us, though. We get a 3/2. Well, I'm going to call the bluff here. We can't take this kind of attack forever. Omen of the Forge. So that's fine. We still, it's a 2-for-1, so we'll take it. Can't sack to the Lampad, though, where we don't get the trade. I want the trade. So now if we do the sack spawn thing and bring the spawn back, they take out what? Another 3/2? But maybe that's enough at this point. We certainly don't know if we're drawing any action. Like, if we draw a land off the top, that's so bad for us in this spot that I think we do need to try the spawn play. The risk of doing nothing next turn is too great. Well, that's what we got. Do we have any card draw? How are we drawing cards? Oh, we have Erebos. Erebos. I'll play the land. Oppo is down to 17, but it's nowhere near down enough to matter on that front. Well, there's another X for 1 on our intervention, so it can do worse than that. Omen will get us some life eventually. We have 1, 2, 3 targets right now for intervention, and if we activate it now, they can't sack the Omen. Not exactly a barn burner of an effect, but still worth doing. I'm going to do this now, and then we'll Omen next turn. Daxos, or sorry, not Daxos, Anax still pretty good for Oppo. Mike wanted to target Thassa for the lulz. If we send Daxos, we are offering a trade, but if we wait till we have Omen, we can flash in extra toughness to Daxos, and they'll probably use the Oracle at that point, so maybe it won't actually end up being the eat that we want. But I am going to, yeah, it's in, like we gotta go for damage here, because yeah, I think you're right. I think we can't send in the Daxos. There's a lot of reasons not to send Daxos here. That's a lot of cards for Oppo. Let's see what they find. I mean, maybe we can mill them out at this rate. Just feels like such power, though. Yeah, Haj, but that's good, right? Like, make him spend 4 mana this turn to get in some damage? That seems good for us. Gotcha. It was the use of just. When you say they will just tap Daxos, it sounds like by saying just, you're saying the play isn't good because they're just going to do this, right? So that was my read. Bye, Daxos. We hardly knew you. Man, that was a long tank for what seems like a pretty clear play. Interesting. Don't know if we have the time for this anymore, but we still get Omen if we play this, so we're going to play it. Can we afford, and then we attack on perp because we're trying to bait them into an attack, but if we do that, we don't quite have enough, so we still have to stay back on D, which is rough. But all right, I guess that's what we got. Fenrir wants the attack. It's not a great defense with just Omen, though. They send in with everything. We Omen. We gain a couple life. We trade off for 2, and then they hit us for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, maybe they just tap anyway. I know we gain some life. I mean, I know it's not... I know we don't die. I know we're not leaving ourselves to a lethal attack, but... there's a lot of risk, but maybe we have to take that risk, because another way we could win here is they commit to a full attack, we untap and find Lampad, and then we attack for 5 and get Lampad. Yeah, Mike's right that the results here are either they go to 6 or they lose their 2-2, so... in hours, here's the numbers on stuff. We do have a Gary. So we can also... Mike's looking for the Gary win, too. Counterspell and we lose, but we're not playing around stuff we can't beat. Wow, Oppo taking 7 years to win the game. Thanks, Oppo. You're a peach. I hope so. I hope they're a streamer and not just weirdly rude. GG though. Yes, it was a good game. Just don't like waiting to die like that. But again, I may not be the one to complain about making others wait to die. I'd give you slow internet if every single play they ever made had some lag to it, but sudden lag right there is a weird place for the... But I can also give them credit, like, you know, I'm being a little salty because I got slow rolled a tiny bit, but honestly, people, like, make sure you've got your win, right? I mean, I don't see how there's anything else they would do but counter that spell, but I also do understand the tactic of slow down, take a beat, make sure you're actually going to win the game the way you think you are right here. So I'll desalt here and desalinate and move on. Is this keepable? I loved the start. Plain, plain, swamp, swamp, and then saw a bunch of stuff I can't really cast. And we're on the play. Up against a number 809 on Arena. Hey, Fool Auto. Welcome. I think this is a mulligan. What are we doing here? We're just we're saying we need to draw early action, or there's just nothing much going on here. So we got a mulligan, which is unfortunate, but we'll keep this, and it's a little more fortunate. I'm gonna ditch the lamp pad because everything else in here is castable with our mana and another planes even. I'm going to go with biggest power here first, and then Daxos. Even though Daxos into Leonin represents life gain, we are behind it a little bit with the mulligan, so I was wanting to put maximum power on board. I bet if we attack here, they just trade, but I'm going to offer that, and then we'll play Daxos ahead of Omen. Ours is much better than theirs, but still got to trade it with something. And it's not that much better, just better. Mike didn't want to offer the trade. Oh yeah, I should have Daxos, because I forgot the death trigger, actually, that's why. Now we get to hold and Omen and trade for the Rage Hound. That's pretty cool. My heuristic is creatures after combat, and I failed to put together the reason to do it before to overcome my heuristic. Nope, not mono white, just mono white draw. And the mono white draw continues, unfortunately. Maybe I was supposed to upkeep Scry, but now we'll just Scry at the end of their turn. We failed to beat Thassa, surprisingly. Not surprisingly. All right. Lagana and a swamp. Well, we're going to need a swamp, and Lagana is going to get us apathy back. So we'll keep apathy. We'll keep both. And it's weird to get us to keep a swamp when we don't actually have anything to cast with it, but I just have to feel like we're going to likely draw some black cards eventually. So, yeah, I'm going to keep it, but it's weird to, you know, keep a land you have currently no use for. Our deck is significantly black. It's not. This is not a black splash. This is a half and half deck. We're just drawing weirdly. Classic magics. For the Exile Now crowd, was there? What's the reasoning? I continue to struggle with finding my reasons for doing things in that spot, and didn't see a reason to do it then. But there maybe was not a reason not to. Man, if they're playing 2 Final Flares, that's probably good for us, but fair enough. Well, you get the one big hit, but then we get to pin down the Brawler and try to trade the Storyteller off for the Huntmaster. Well, which is it? I don't know. Anyway. We could attack. Would we win if they want to race? They start to take over in the race if we go attack. I'm not going to attack. We're going to try and trade. Yeah, Jay will be on later. Oh no. This is going to be tough to beat. Although, they don't attack with the Huntmaster. And we can start attacking. Ugh. Gross. Just what we needed, our 7th planes. This is going to get out of control here. All right. Not destined for this one, it looks like. They're going to fight our Storyteller and crush us, and we're basically already dead. I mean, you might call this mostly, but I seriously don't know what our outs are. I guess we need Heliod's intervention to get this, and hurt the Huntmaster a little bit. So, like, if we get intervention off the top, we have a chance. Not intervention, and not even enough to kill anything. We could play this and threaten to trade with the Forerunner or whatever, but the trample granted by the Forerunner makes this not a passable situation. Call this one done. happening again. Started out 3-0 and now we're 3-2. Yesterday we went 4-0 into 4-3. That sucked. I mean, do you like it? Haj thinks this is a miserable best of one format. Do you like it as a best of three format? And if so, how is it possible that the difference between simply the ability to sideboard and not is the difference between good and miserable? Yeah, I think I call exaggeration. I call hyperbole on Haj. I like sideboarding too, but the idea that that a format could be miserable in best of one and fantastic in best of three, the sideboarding is just not that important, man. Anyway, let's see if we can get one more win. This deck is fine. I would like to get one more win out of this thing at least. No. Okay, we'll keep this, and then what are we doing about it? What's our worst card? Daxos is currently uncastable, but hardly our worst card. But as the only uncastable one off of any mana, maybe it's the one to let go of. Panoramics wants to ditch the Piper. That's probably it's definitely our weakest 2-drop. So if we wanted to ditch our weakest 2-drop, we just ditch the Piper. White Omen, yeah, maybe White Omen doesn't do that much, but with Daxos it does. Actually, I kind of like, I don't want to ditch Omen given Daxos. Like, I think it's weird, Mike, that you want to ditch, like, this makes this better, and this makes this better. I like the Piper choice. Harpy's interesting, but part of what I'm doing here is assuming we're going to draw land, because if we don't draw land, we're going to lose. So I'm just kind of not, in the same way you don't play around a trick that you can't beat, I'm not going to strategize around not drawing a third land. Stealing wins when you wanted the chance to... That's just an argument for best of three, though. I don't think it's... Like, saying it's about... I don't know, Haj. I hear you, but I think it's awfully extreme to think that a format could be that swingy over simply best of three versus best of one for your appreciation of it.
There are some who call me Tim.
Let's go... We can go Eyes, but I doubt they block. Timret's too important. And if they block here, they... Wow, I cannot believe they're blocking. I really can't. Like, I really wish you had our Mogus's favor to just absolutely punish them for that block. But I'm going to go with Harpy. No, actually... I'm going to go with Omen because it's possible they just send Timuret in, and I'm going to take the chance at double blocking Timuret. Compared to other sets. Why does it punish stumbles compared to other sets, do you think? That's what I don't understand. I just feel like Haj and Queen are making arguments for any set. Kind of like just harpying away the Timmy here. Good call on the second Tim. Windraven felt that Oppo was being so loose and fast with Tim number 1 that it probably meant they had a second, and there you go. Good call. I think it was the willingness to block Lampad with Timuret that said that more than anything. Anybody could forget about Omen and attack Timuret into Omen, but it was the willingness to block the Lampad that I think was your good clue there, Raven. Nothing but plains last game, now nothing but swamps this game, and we've got Daxos, so deck laughing at us a little bit. And I'm going to go with Sentinel's... I was going to say Sentinel's Eyes on Harpy, but that doesn't actually help it beat this Harpy. We can put Sentinel's Eyes on Lampad, but it doesn't actually create attacks. So we're really just in a spot where there's not a lot of great things to do here. And I'm going to play the land in Leonin, but it's pretty weak. Pretty weak turn. Especially because we can't Omen, but I'm not going to we're not going to like upkeep Scry, so I'm not even going to put an upkeep stop or anything. At least they didn't get value out of their storyteller. Apathy. A couple of good targets for Apathy. Obviously, we'd love to get rid of this Timuret, but we're not exactly a an escape deck. We have what, like, we have the Eyes, we have... I don't know how much we're digging stuff out of the grid. We have Storyteller. But like, Eyes and Storyteller are among the only things that really make us covet our own graveyard. So Mike wants Eyes on a 3-1. When we put Eyes on a 3-1, we get a 4-2 Vigilance. What is it? Why do we like a 4-2 Vigilance? I mean, it does trade off. That's true. They are all acceptable trades. Then we would have the Eyes for the Harpy. Eventually, I think I want to put Apathy on the Harpy. But we can start with Mike's play. Start swinging with Leonin and offer trades. Of course, Daxos, Timuret gets the Eyes now, so we're not going to get the Eyes back. We may be on Apathy, the Flyer, and just hope Harpy can attack 10 times at this point. Because they have a Harpy and we have a Apathy, and we want to actually try and get rid of this Harpy so that this can attack successfully. That's my thinking. I don't know if that was a UI punt. It seems like they meant it. I mean, there was their chance to undo it if it was a punt. Not great to play around favor by playing out your 2-1 rare. We're going to take this, though. Oh, Magic. I just wish dual lands were more available or something. This is the most frustrating part of the game. Just mana issues. I'm going to apathy the Ephemia, though. Gotta watch out for instant speed shifting of this Thaumaturge to something that can block, but I don't think they have it here. It's the worst feeling part of it. Have I ever denied that, Brian? I just said it's the game we have, though. I don't know what gotcha you think you have me on. Well, I would love to get our apathy back with Laguna Band, but Timoret has opinions about that, I'm sure. We're gonna pass, though. And maybe they tap out and we get to somehow exile, untap, and put it on top. Yeah, Mike and I are hoping there's a window, but it's unlikely that there will be one, but we'll look for one. Send this, though. Again, they could make a sudden flyer, but it would just be a trade, so we'll offer it. Yeah, we're on give us a window to apathy, or we'll just go ahead and scry, see if we can find another answer. Heliod's Intervention is obviously good against Oppo's deck. Get their whole board right now with it. Huh, interesting. Well, right now we have blocks on that, so I'm curious where they're going with this. Oh, I see. They're going to make it fly. Never mind. We don't have blocks. Yep. It's like trying to figure out what they were doing, and then it all became clear. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I should have exiled. Oh, my God. I figured out what they were doing, and then let them have it anyway. Sorry. Although that was interesting. Wow. It all just kind of did a bunch of stuff I wasn't expecting, but that was bad. Sorry, folks. Serious punt there. Might cost us a game. Not blocking here, though. Gonna have to bail ourselves out with a Heliod's Punishment, or Heliod's Intervention in a Plains or something, but now I'm mad. We're not gonna be able to get it back, is the thing. Because they have Timoret out. They have to tap out. Maybe they do. Like, maybe our hope here is that by failing to do that play, they draw something to play here, and by playing it, give us a window. No. Darn it. Daybreak blocks, so we're gonna take that. But we need the planes first. Ugh. That means they get an extra card out of this. That's so miserable. But I don't know what else we do. Are we even going for the storyteller? It's not worth it. Like, I'm going to do it this way and we'll play Daxos. We could also play Storyteller and just make him do it. Storyteller blocks better on the ground. You can at least block Timuret. Yeah, instead I'm going to do that. We're going to Storyteller and then Chimera next turn. Kind of feels like the wrong order, though. If we Daxos now and survive, our next several plays gain some life. But if we play Daxos now and survive, then Timuret can attack without a block. And so we're effectively taking 3 by not playing the Storyteller. So those are the considerations I'm facing here. We also have Harpy to stay back against the Euphemia attack, which is nice. Yeah, I think you see what I'm saying though, Mike? Like, we get a lot of life if we Daxos first, but we prevent some damage by Laguna Band first, so... Oh my gosh! They let us do it! Oppo punt for once? Or maybe they don't care? I don't know, felt like Oppo punt. Maybe they noticed my punts and were trying to even it out. They're not sending the 2-2, suggesting they don't feel like they have tricks, but they're doing this. I mean, we have nothing to do but try and make this trade. Can't let them hit with staggering insight. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm liking it. Also, they have a ton of mana and 4 cards, so this might just be countered, but we're gonna make them do it. Yeah, I wouldn't say buy Tim yet. Let's see if they've got the counter. I'm expecting a counter, but Oppo is really confusing me here, so who knows. Blessing. Okay, that does it. I don't know. I thought we were trading for Euphemia. Yeah, I thought we were trading Trick for Harpy, but that didn't happen. And then they had the Trick anyway? I don't know. It's weird. Can let this happen. We can still sack, so there's no... We can at least chump here. Chimera to threaten to block theirs and to block Timuret, or get Daxos out so that we can eventually get bigger. I guess we'll go Chimera, see what they want to do. I was expecting this. What do you like here? We can go... Yeah, we had to block Chimera. If we block Timuret, they just put the eyes on the Chimera anyway, right? So we'll go Daybreak, and we'll do this block again. Big dude. We need some help now. Come on, deck. Give us something. How about Bleepus? We'll kill Timuret with the Bleeper. One-time dealer, Catableepus. Not Catableepus. Taking 6 here. Yeah, I guess we have to try for the 1-for-1 for Timmy. I mean, they haven't had anything the last couple turns, so hopefully this works and we are left with one of the 2 creatures. Can't really play around tricks here. We're too way up against it. What do we want to draw from here? We got this 3-6 to worry about. Gary at least blocks the 3-6. Aspect of Lamprey would finish off their hand, but probably doesn't help us enough in the long game. Ugh. Well, let's just draw land. Let's let Oppo get all the action. We can just, yeah, land's fine. I don't need to win Magic games. Now we got to offer Daxos for a random 2/2 if they send everything. And hope we find 2 removal spells on the top of our library. Almost. Got 1. Well, folks, magic, huh? Rocket objects to this unfortunate turn of events as well. And once again, we got all our winning done up front and then all of our losing done at the end, and have started off 3-0 and fallen into an 0-3. And that kind of sucks. I'm not happy about that. Yeah, I know, Mike, it's 50-50, but we're better than 50-50. We're 60+% winners. I want to win better than that. But have myself to blame a little bit. I could have played better, especially in that last game. Don't know if the way we flooded it, if that would have, if exiling in time would have made a difference. But I don't want to just be shaking my fist at variance and pretending I couldn't have played better. There were definitely places I could have improved my play. Not sure it would have converted to any wins there, but that's what we're trying to take away every day, is where our leaks are, where we can get better, how we can come a little bit more winning ways next time. And we're going to claim this. Certainly it's part of it. You are more likely as a high winning player to win early and lose later, right? But it's shouldn't be as clean as that per se. You can check the spreadsheet for current win rate. We had like a 75% win rate pretty deep into the season at traditional, but then reality has caught up recently, and I think we are way down to earth on those results. So now our way down to earth. Our traditional draft win percentage in Theros went from like mid 70s to 68% with our recent run of poor results. So yeah. All right, do we have enough packs to open a 10? No, not quite yet, so we're going to hold off on that. I'm going to go into Soapbox here and I guess shrug. I really wish I played better. I'm trying to play better with mixed results, but yeah, we won half our games there and had a lot of fun, so gonna be happy about that, but I wanted at least one more win out of that deck. That deck was all right. So anyway, thanks for hanging out, YouTube. We'll catch you the next draft. Take care.